just a small town girl living in a lonely world. She took the midnight train going anywhere. Just a city boy, born and raised in South Detroit. He took the midnight train going anywhere. A singer in a smoky room, the smell of wine and cheap perfume. For a smile they can share the night. It goes on and on and on and on. Strangers waiting up and down the boulevard. Their shadows searching in the night. Streetlights, people living just to find emotion, hiding somewhere in the night. Working hard to get my fill. Everybody wants a thrill. Paying anything to roll the dice just one more time. Some will win, some will lose. Some of them just sing the blues. Oh, the movie never ends. It goes on and on and on and on. Strangers waiting up and down the boulevard. Their shadows searching in the night. Streetlights, people living just to find emotion, hiding somewhere in the Don't stop believing. Hold on to that feeling. Streetlight people. Don't stop believing. Hold on. Streetlight people. Don't stop believing. Hold on to that feeling. Streetlight people.
Say you don't know me, I recognize my face. Say you don't care who goes to that kind of place. Knee deep in the hoopla, sinking in your fight. Too many runaways, eating up the night. Marconi plays the mamba. Listen to the radio. Don't you remember? We built this city. We built this city on rock and roll. We built this city. We built this city on
the stage. They call us irresponsible, write us off the page. Marconi plays the mama, listen to the radio. Don't you remember, we built this city. We built this city on rock and roll. We built this city. We built this city on rock and roll. Built this city.
Parents strongly caution the following programs are intended for mature audiences over the age of 18. These programs may contain some material that many parents would not find suitable for children and may include intense violence, sexual situations, coarse language, and suggestive dialogue.
Ladies and gentlemen, and all beautiful disasters in between, welcome to the Chaddy Paddy comedy show. If you've got your sound on, fantastic. If you've got your camera on, even better. Tonight's a bit unhinged, a bit inappropriate, and entirely unnecessary. Please keep hands inside the trauma ride at all times. Chaddy Paddy will appear shortly. Probably hungover. Definitely unstable. Let's do this.
What a fucking video that was, I tell you. Right. Well, let's see how I am. Here we are. Look, see, got my microphone. Thanks to Paul. Thank you. Zoom's a pile of shite, isn't it? Or is it just me? Like I couldn't get that sound to really work, but apologies. So who have we got here tonight? Have we got anyone here? We've only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people. Shit, that's miserable, isn't it? Oh well. Oh well. I tried. Is everyone still listening? Any microphones on? Oh, good Lord. I need a crack.
Yay! Yeah, we're here.
Hey,
We're here.
you're here. You're here. You know, you can turn on your cameras. Don't be so shy. I have to put on mine shit, you know, for this.
I'm laying my
It's
bed off
fancy, of
naked.
course,
You don't want to see
naturally.
me.
Right, okay. Let's begin. I've got my script as well. So, if it loads, of course, I've got teleprompters, because, you know. So, good evening, everybody. So, if I'm Chaddy Paddy, as you know. I'm Irish by birth and alcoholic by talent and mentally unstable by popular demand. So, I've never been so Irish as what a therapist called me. He says, if I'm like St. Patrick, and give up the snakes. He shouted slurs at the pigeons and stand-up comic and fuck off now, and this is a safe space and blah, 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 things like this. But tonight is about American Carnage, which you have to pick something. Do you know what I mean? So hold on 1 second. I have to fix something here. Because there's always problems, I think. You know what I need? An assistant. That's what I fucking need. Let me change this to this. And that should do the problem for solved. So I had to pick a subject. And I thought American Carnage. And I've got two nice people from the America here. So this is about Boom Boom USA, you know. But let's talk about something very offensive, or not offensive. It's kids getting murdered at school, you know, the school shootings. There's only one thing more American than diabetes and pretending how you know how to pronounce Qatar. They think that's guitar in America. It's handing out a fucking mop bucket with a straw in McDonald's and saying that's your Coke. But you know, the funny thing is, sorry, I have to. I've got my little script. It's working fine. So the only time US kids learn long division, I know I learned long division. Sorry, it's really hot here tonight, by the way. The only time I learned long division school, I really failed at it, to be honest with you. But in America, the only time they learn it is when there's a school shooting. So if Chase is running down the class with 2 or 3 AR-15s, 90 rounds, they say, you know, they've got kids under the desk, hiding under the desk while some 17-year-old roams the halls like he's Grand Theft Auto education version. Not that I've played that. And what's the solution to this, by the way? Bulletproof backpacks, a Hello Kitty riot shield for your 6-year-old, because nothing says that like a Hello Kitty backpack. That's right, Johnny. When the psycho burst into the school and with his AR-15, throw a can of free fried beans at his head. That should do it. Not today, Quentin. Your mum named you after a Tarantino movie, but she regrets it every day. You know, and then the thing is, sorry, I have to. This thing goes way too fast. But you know, every time in America, I mean, I love Americans, but they're great. I mean, Trump's great for, you know, words. He's got big words. But they go, our thoughts and prayers are with the family. Good, because thoughts and fucking prayers stop bullets. Do they? Do thoughts stop bullets? And the cherry on the massacre cake, of course, is they're arming the teachers. Yeah, so let's hand Miss Henderson. Here's a, you know, there's a 9mm, and you go full die hard during the lesson, and hopefully you protect the kids while you're teaching them about transgender shite. So if you had to solve algebra. Why is this thing? Sorry. If you have to solve algebra, and Theodore's still bleeding from his bottom surgery because he's transgender and he's only 6, and they're eyeing on the fire exit like it's a Squid Game. I don't know if you've ever played Squid Game or seen that. You know, it's a bit like that. But it doesn't help that the school lunch meat tastes like hormones, and they want to send that up to the English at this stage. To be honest, I don't know if you've seen that in the news regularly. Right. So that's the first part about school shootings and whatnot. Any input from everyone? Do you find that humorous at all? Is that humorous and all? I don't know. I really tried. Struggling here with
I don't know if we could say it's humorous or not.
With the laptop. Say that again?
I said, I don't know if we can say it's humorous in terms of kids getting shot up. But
maybe exact, Grant. I think that's what you're saying. It's actually true.
The teachers, you know, being armed, that was pretty funny.
Let's move on to healthcare, Grant. Yes, Grant. Well, you live in America, so let's move on to healthcare, because, you know, in America, I think I'd be completely fucked with the bag of medication I get every week. And so the U.S. healthcare, similar to school shooting, says Nothing says land of the free like sending their school off to school in the morning and praying it doesn't come back in a fucking zip-up bag with thoughts and prayers, thoughts and prayers, and a toe tag on his toe, tag on his toe. But if your kid survives the bullets in the school, don't worry, American healthcare will finish the job. America doesn't have healthcare, you see. It has a death lottery sponsored by Visa and MasterCard. You don't get cured. You get invoiced. You don't recover. You subscribe to survival. You break your arm, that'll be $20,000. Fuck my life. If you need chemo, well, fucking nearly missed the ledge there. You could sell your house, your soul, your grandma, or whichever is appraised higher. But dying is the only affordable option. But they probably charge you if you die, actually, as well. And even that, it comes with a fucking admin fee. And so you can literally get shot. And the first things the paramedic asks, this is true, do you have insurance? No. Well, then let's wrap this up, mate. You're bleeding on the deductible, and that's it. Don't take this bad. I love Americans. It's just hilarious. People in America call an ambulance the same way as Brits call a hitman, only if they're desperate and emotionally detached. Okay, so someone gets hit by a car, and the folks yell, "Don't touch him! Don't touch him! He can't afford to move." So you get to the ER. This is in America, and they ask if you've been pre-authorized for your heart attack. No, sorry, sir. Your cardiac arrest isn't covered until the next quarter. So if you need an ambulance in America, that's $5,000, by the way, not including the fuel surcharge, trauma charge, and the fuck you for calling fee, which is probably a lot more. You could bleed out faster. It's cheaper and more efficient, I dare say, actually, to be honest. If a woman gets hit by a truck and the hospital asks if she wants to die now or go into generational debt, give it on to the kids, would you like the standard death or would you like a premium suffering package with a side of bankruptcy? Bankruptcy. I'll choose that. I've seen a lot of that. You don't get a diagnosis in America. You get payment plan. So what they say is, you've got cancer. Don't worry though. We accept Klarna. Or your kids can too. Your kids can pay for this. Don't worry. And if you're poor, like me, who has got not a penny, you're not a patient. You're a liability. You're a fucking liability. You look at you seem to be uninsured, malnourished, and broke. Have you considered fucking off and dying quietly in a ditch, like in, say, Philadelphia, maybe? People in America literally get cancer and then crowdfund their chemo. I mean, I've actually seen this. I was going to laugh, but that's miserable. Please donate so I don't die like a stray dog behind a Dollar Tree. And someone might reply, thoughts and prayers with you. I hope you're all right. Well, no, nothing cures tumors like emojis and spiritual fisting. And don't get me started on mental health. I've got a lot of it. In America, you're depressed. The doctor gives you pills that cause suicidal thoughts. Side effects include death, screaming, depression, the pills for depression, wanting to shoot in schools, and bankruptcy. A pill for depression, but side effects may be depression. Right. It's an interesting way to be, isn't it? Thankfully, when I was in America, I didn't get that sick. And I blackmailed no, it's fine. It doesn't really matter. So once you're in debt from the ambulance trip, $5,000 for a trip down 2 blocks in New York or something, it's time to travel. Right? Now, again, to my Americans, don't get offended. But geography is a real issue. Or as Americans may call it, where the fuck is Europe? Where is it? They only usually know a place after they've bombed it 16 times. The first time after you bombed it, it's still not going to show up on a map, really, to be honest. After the 5th or 6th time that you're giving them freedom for oil, then maybe they get the message. So these are the same people, and we love them, like I say. So, that who can't find Syria on a map, can somehow locate 12 genders and a gluten-triggered panic disorder inside one Starbucks. Starbucks, where it's like $25 for a fucking coffee served by somebody with an attitude whose name is they, them, fucking tit wank. Oh, thank God for beer. I think without beer, I wouldn't exist, I must say. Right. Where did we go on our thing? We were talking about healthcare, weren't we? Yes, we were. Yes, we were. Right. Sorry, I lost my place. Okay. I mean, I need to do something. Hold on one second. Where is my thing gone? I have a lovely script for you all. And did it load? Did it fuck? So give me 1 second. I might locate it. Oh, I seem very unprepared today, but that's okay. I don't really give two shits. I care. I do care. But, life shit. So I think I'm doing very well anyway. So actually healthcare. Okay. I wrote all this by myself, and then we're doing this. Mm, okay. All right. So we were going on to where were we? Healthcare, geography. Yes. So Americans, they don't know where geography is. I suppose if you say to an American, there is a map of America, they will certainly, unless they're, had a stroke or something and they've just had that really expensive ambulance, which they can't pay for, and now they have to get grandma to do prostitution. It could happen. They now have to think about looking at a map. So they can look at a map. They look at America. They see where Wisconsin is, the Texas is, yes, they know where that is. But if you say to them, where's Mexico? They point to Canada. You know what I mean? It's like they've had an absolute stroke in their head. They have no idea. We're talking about borders and stuff. You've got a lot of problems with ICE at the moment. Not problems. I mean, they're doing their job, which is pretty good. My issue with this is it's not what they're doing. They're doing a very good job, actually. But somehow every Mexican that ever gets into America, they never learn English. They never learn a fucking decibel. I mean, I remember back in the day you had Rosetta Stone. Do you remember Rosetta Stone with the CDs and all that type of shit? I mean, you're packing your little baby, Chico. You're packing grandma into the suitcase, whatever her fucking name is, Gonzalez, and you couldn't pack a little fucking CD. Now we're at a stage where they've got mobile phones. And still they come in and they can play their fucking gringo music that sounds like shite, I must say. It sounds like cats killing each other while doing a salsa impregnated by, I don't know, it's disgusting music. But they couldn't put on Duolingo and learn a few decibels, like a few hellos and thank yous, and maybe try and integrate, maybe if I knew fucking ICE was looking for me, I wouldn't want to send up a fucking red flag. I mean, have you seen the I have to be honest, have you seen them? Who puts up, say you're Irish. I am. Say you're Irish and you don't want the British to deport me. Well, I wouldn't go out and put up a big fucking Irish flag and do a big, please don't deport me. And I love my country. Well, if you loved it so much, why are we doing the flag? Why are you in America in the first place or in England? Makes some sense. So, yeah, I have to take a seat, I think. I'm getting a bit old in my old age. Well, that's okay. Stand up, but not stand up. Oh, there we go. How's that? Right. But so the Mexicans, I mean, is tonight comedy or is it me just preaching about things? It should be funny. You'd say to the guy, mate, you cross the desert, you cross the fucking Rio Grande, and you couldn't fucking shove a tiny little thing into your suitcase. At least learn some basics. It's always the same. No hablo inglés. No, mate. I've seen you order a fucking Big Mac. You can do it. You can do it. Admit you're lazy. Yeah. So I say we make English part of the crossing. You get to the border, the US border, English border as well. Is absolutely fun. And they hand you a quiz. Spell accommodation. If you spell it correctly, we'll let you in. You do it with an accent, fuck off. But I think they'll just turn back, to be honest with you. We've got the same problem with Dover, actually, by the way. Everyone's like, oh, we can't stop the boats, EC something rights and we've got drones that can bomb terrorists from 10,000 miles away, fucking radars that can go up into space and kill everyone. And but we can't stop a fucking dinghy of 30 blokes or 400 blokes at this stage. But they're always blokes, by the way. Do you ever notice when refugees come in, CNN, Fox, in England, BBC, fucking whatever, there's always, oh, look at the women and children. Why is it that you only film that when normally it's fucking 400 blokes and you go down to one of these hotels that you've put them up in the UK? They're all blokes. There's no women. I don't know if they've just given them away. They were token women anyway. They probably, used them so much on the ship that they fucked them overboard, But put the Navy in the fucking sea, yeah? Put them, they're trying to defend water. In America, actually, it's not with Trump. We need another Trump. But they're coming in doing delivery jobs and, fake this and fake that, Right. Now, where did I go? Where did I go? So I think my script is completely off tonight, but I think I did quite well, actually, to be honest with you. But a lot of people have been protesting lately. They're protesting about everything. You've got Greta Shideface, who well, it's a business. I said it's a business. The CEO of Carrefour Calais gets a very good salary, just so you know. But half the times it's people who've already got what they say they're complaining about. A bit like Pride fucking Day. Pride Day, they're out complaining, oh, blah, blah, Pride Month. What rights are you looking for? What have you not got at this fucking moment in time? You've got migrants in the hotels. They're going, oh, the food is disgusting and the room is just too small. It's just too much. It's fucking veterans on the street. They've got fucking nothing. This isn't fucking TripAdvisor, you cunt. It's a free place to live, and you're moaning about the quality of food. I didn't have anywhere to pray tonight. Fuck off, will you? Going back to America, which the show was originally about, I suppose. You've got the economy so fucked up that they don't even pay workers, you see. You've got this tipping culture, Recently in the UK, I think they start going, would you like to tip 20p for women's tampons? I don't know what it's for. I didn't even read it. But if you gave 20p every time, that's there is no tipping culture in the UK. There is in America. You tip for fucking absolutely everything. I don't, it's okay. You go to Costco, you buy something, they put tax on it. Okay, it's a different system. That's fine. But tipping, pay your workers. Okay, so everything's tipped. You order a burger, and the screen's like, would you like to tip 40% for what? For it's called fast food. It didn't even slow down long enough to deserve extra money. The next thing the American cops will start carrying tip jars. Sorry, I shot you. Sorry, I shot your cousin. But if you want to support the department, here's my Venmo, just in case you might need it. And I was like, I actually stop there. Hospitals will probably do the same thing. You know what I mean? It was only 5,000 for the hospital, for the ambulance, and us as receptionist. It's very hard with our mental fatigue. If you'd like to tip on top of your 25,000 for your hemorrhoids. Oh, okay. Um, you know, um, if you've seen what they're teaching kids now, um, in school, you know what the kids are learning in school. Um, it's bizarre. It's a tough subject, but I know, for instance, they're teaching them these. There's one video I saw, and they were a teacher teaching kids how to use a butt plug. Yes, a butt plug to children. Um, she did that to me. I'm not very strong, but I think I'd fucking headbutt the bitch. There'd be absolutely no way. There'd be no way. Um, you send your son or daughter to school to learn math, and he comes home knowing how to tuck his dick in better than Buffalo Bill from Silence of the Lambs. Mum, I learned today how to read. Oh, that's great, little Jimmy. Was your teacher proud of you? No, I mean, I did a full reading in drag. No, Timmy, no, no. At this rate, in 10 years' time, the only people left in society will be Starbucks baristas with 97 pronouns and homeless landlords because migrants complained about their free houses. And America, well, it'll just be a giant McDonald's where everyone gets shot and is still expected to tip the gunmen before they die. I'm going to take a 2-minute break if everyone's okay to wait. Is that possible? Any noises? Maybe 3 minutes. Is
No
everyone still
problem.
here?
Yes,
Anyone
we're
here?
Yes, we're here.
We're here.
Is it funny or are you all asleep?
No, it's hilarious, man.
I thought everyone had died, actually, to be brutally honest with you. Right. My script went completely off, so I've been ad-libbing for half of it, so that's why I went badly. I want to have a quick smoke, fix the script, give us 3 minutes, and everyone good? 4 minutes? Yes? Okay. I'll take that as a yes. Okay. Are we all still here? Are we all still alive?
Certainly are.
Part two, I'm afraid. That teleprompter must have been made in China because it was shite. It was helped me with my notes, but it was crap. I think good at writing the script, not bad at delivering, but fucking Zoom is a pile of shite, and that teleprompter is a cunt as well. So let's move on, shall we? Where's my beer? Oh, right. Won't keep you too long. I had to take an extended break because I was having a mental breakdown, but I didn't break the rafters because I don't have any beams, you see. So that's the problem. Right. Let's go on. So we were talking about Americans and maps and stuff like that, and I went on another tangent, but the issue here is insanity. Okay. What's insanity? That there's 37 genders in a single Starbucks. What's more complex than a geography test for an American? I don't know if you've ever seen the people in America, in New York, for example, and they can't even describe their own country. In fair enough, I mean, the IQ is very low, to be honest, in New York because they're Democrats, so that could be it. But they have an identity parade. I walked into a coffee shop in Portland. That's your first mistake, I guess. And the barista had blue eyebrows, a chest like a pregnant hamster, and a name that said Zzer, Hosterkin. Yes, Zzer, ask me about my trauma. I don't care about your fucking trauma. In fact, I don't even know I'd be in that coffee shop. But I just want a flat white, not a gender thesis with foam art, with a rainbow picture on the top of your fucking coffee. Neo pronouns. That's where we're at in life. That's where neo pronouns. That's where we're at in life. Yeah, and you can't even say he or she anymore without somebody going, it's a glitch. It's a void. You know, hi, I'm stab self. My pronouns are glitch and void. I'm sure they are. And mine are fuck and off, and you should do that. You used to need a birth certificate, I think, wasn't it? You needed a birth certificate. Now you need a fucking decoder ring. Just to ask where the toilet is. I got misgendered by a tree, it whispered they, them at me in a park, and now it's trending on TikTok as climate neutral non-binary spirit. I think they call themselves spirit as well. What a fucking cunt. What the fuck is happening with people? I mean, if you grow up as a queer in the 90s, you get bashed a few times, told not to do it, and then you just go and have sex in the car in the parking lot outside the supermarket. That's fine. You did what you had to do, you know. Now we've got drag queens in libraries. Look, if you want to wear fishnets and sing ABBA to toddlers, this is true. Just check the internet, yeah, that's fine. But maybe give the anal beads and the meth, leave them back in the green room. You know what I mean? Little Timmy just wanted green eggs and ham, not a lecture in whatever oppression this is by its 6 foot tall RuPaul in latex and PTSD. Cons. Oh, dearie me. Right. So they're all on TikTok, by the way. They're all on TikTok. Oh, yeah. And they're all offended. Oh, you can't say that. You can't say this. Shut the fuck up, will you? So you can't say shit or anything. You can't, I mean, they wouldn't even listen to this crap anyway. From the woke descends the glittery piranhas and hashtags of I feel things and oh my God, he made a joke about pronouns and cancel him, erase his face, send him to the gulag or a diversity camp or something with Greta. She should be able to help him. They treat oppression like a bingo game or something. Do you know what I mean? I'm a queer, poly, autistic, vegan, non-binary, a part llama, and allergic to eye contact. You bigot. Yes, yes, I am a bigot because I don't identify you as any of those things. I think you're a rotten cunt. I mean, it's very simple. It's cut it down to. And don't you dare say someone's wrong race for their gender role. I mean, it gets complicated. I think there's probably an instruction manual somewhere. They'll call you a colonist, microaggressor, with undertones, which sounds like a wine from Whole Foods, I suppose. The undertones of that wine was very interesting. No, you're a racist, mate. White people are just racist, of course, naturally, no matter what you do. You know what I mean? You know, it's they live for it. They enjoy it. They really enjoy being offended. They enjoy having these dramatic names and whatever it is. They get off on being offended. It's like having a wank. To Iranian bombs. They wake up and scroll the internet looking for something to cry about, looking for something to get upset about. Oh no. I was on the subway and a man sat with his legs open. Open. His legs were open. Is that what it is? Oh God, that's sexual violence. Did he look at you as well? Yeah. But by the time you learn the right term, they've come up with 150,000 other different things. And the irony of this is, half of these identity crusaders couldn't survive 10 minutes without Wi-Fi and oat milk. And they're good, like, just stop oil, but you've got a fucking phone. You bought glue, by the way, which, was transported there using oil, by the way, for the trucks. That's how you got it, and even to make glue probably would involve some type of oil, I'm sure. I don't know. I'm not a scientist. Um, but they couldn't survive, why don't they try surviving slavery? That would be a good start. Then they could be all nicey nice with their friends, then you could talk oppression. Yeah, then you can talk oppression. Yeah. All righty. That was my um do bit. My do bit. We're nearly at the end, guys. That's most I have. But I think my script was terrible. It bobbed from one to the next and on and on. But it's probably because my phone broke last week. Everything on the tablets have been a cunt because it's obviously Chinese, and I'm a bigot, obviously. But on a final note, um, you know, um, life is shit. Yes, we're all trying to get through it without these pronouns, without these different things. I do love America. I think it's a great place. But I definitely think um, it needs to be better for white people. I mean, people. Sorry, I've got a mental disorder with some of the things I say. Um, I'm sorry about the script going arseways and so on and so forth. Um, I truly hope you love the show. I know it's a bit short. I wrote everything down and then I put it into ChatGPT and he said, "Oh, edit that." That kind of like tidy it up. And not only did it tidy up, but it fucking removed half the script. And then I'm sitting there kind of going, "Where's my script gone?" And then of course you shouldn't be reading from a script because I suppose maybe I'm funny on my own. But on a personal note, I was in the shop the other day and I was telling the guy in the shop about my life in the past where I took loads of drugs and now I can't remember anything. And he said, sometimes talking about your personal life can be it. You don't really need to write a script. And I went, well, that's an interesting thing. That is true. So maybe for the next time, we'll actually just talk about my life and the things I fucking hate, because like your pet peeves and all this type of shit. So um, it's it's interesting, but when I was growing up on a final thing, I always wanted to live that American dream. But the Democrats ruined that. But we have Trump now, so he's all right. I find him hilarious, actually, to be honest. He's a bit of a dickhead. I think everybody agrees with that. But he's funny and he says what he's going to do. And I truly, truly, truly love having a wank watching the Mexicans getting taken away by ICE. Is that wrong? I'm sorry. I'm not really sorry, actually. That's it for tonight. I hope you enjoyed. I'm sorry about all the different things that went tragically wrong, but I think some of it was funny. Definitely some of it was funny, especially this end. Thank you, everyone. I will say adieu. So to the Americans, that's French for goodbye, by the way. Just saying.
Well done, Chad.
Excellent
Thank
job.
you. Thank you very much.
We enjoyed
Thank
it.
you. And I'm sorry about all the faults, but no refunds, so fuck off. And have a lovely night. And you can send your feedback to I don't give a shit @gmail.com. Be good and take care.
Bye,
Good
man.
night,
We love
everyone.
you, man.
I'll give you the end credits. Can I share the end credits? I don't know if you're going to get the sound, but it's got good, funny end credits. Shall we do the video? Should we roll the video? It's only 2 minutes. Fuck it. And then I'll upload the other videos so you can see them as well. Right, let's do this shit. Hold on 1 second, guys. I put a lot of effort into these fucking videos and then they just went tragically wrong. But I'll upload them and send you the links. These have them. This is the end credits. It's very loud. Okay, that's me done. Thank you, guys. Wait for the credits and see you very soon. I'm going to check out the chat. Oh, there's been loads of chat. I'm going to read the chat messages. Okay. Take care, guys. All the best to you. Good night.